வணக்கம் எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? How are you all? இந்த வீடியோ வந்து இங்கிலீஷில் செய்கிறேன். I'll do it in English so that everyone can hear, understand and share. If possible, please do tag all those Singapore PR, all those Malaysians who are Singapore PR. Vanakkam to everyone. Vanakkam. How JB lockdown? So far, I don't think so. Okay, coming to the point. To all PR, the latest news that we got, as what I said yesterday, PCA until today we can't apply, right? Okay, PCA until today can't be applied because the reason is the system is down, is temporary down. So to those people who wants to apply PCA, you can't apply yet. And the good news is what we have heard from the Foreign Affairs Minister's Department in Malaysia and also Singapore. They have confirmed that all PR can apply PCA starting from 13th. Monday, 11th of January. 11th of January, all permanent resident of Singapore, PR, you can apply PCA and return to Malaysia. Sound very low. I'm not sure. I think it's very high over here. Anna, I'm PR. Very good, Loganathan. So you, after from Monday, you can apply PCA. I think that is the reason why the system is down, because I think they are updating the system. They are updating the system. So this is a very good news to all PR. From Monday, you can apply PCA. So currently, you cannot apply PCA. We have tried for few death cases also, family members who have passed away. We have also wrote in to MTI, Ministry of Trade and Industry, requesting PCA. But too bad, we have not received any reply from Ministry of Trade and Industry regarding that. So I think the system should be up by tomorrow or Sunday. So those people who wants to apply PCA, you have to hold PCA, and we hope Malaysian government, this Malaysian government, so-called Prihatin government, does keep in mind that people can't apply PCA, and to show some priority to those who are coming on emergency cases until the PCA is applied again. Okay. 14 days quarantine at Johor. No. There's no 14 days quarantine in Johor. If you have a swab test, this is only for working people. People who are using RGL, you can't apply for 7 days. People who are traveling under RGL, for you guys, there's no 7 days. So there's no point you do a swab test in Singapore. Let me repeat this. People who are traveling under RGL coming out from Singapore, your requirement to quarantine in Malaysia 10 days is compulsory. Only for those working people who are coming out after they have resigned, or who are coming out after they have resigned or they are not using PCA, people who have who are not coming out on RGL, you can get a 7 days quarantine if you do a swab test in Singapore 2 or 3 days before you arrive in Malaysia. In between 72 hours. Okay, DCA, I think let's don't dream now.
For the swab test, right? Malaysia government not accepting all clinics. They have certain clinics.
In Singapore.
Yes, need to check with KKM.
Okay, and one more update which my working colleague just gave me is, when you are doing swab test in Singapore, you have to make sure that KKM recognize that particular swab test clinic. because looks like the office has been receiving complaint that KKM Malaysia is not recognizing few of those clinics in Singapore. We do not know why, but KKM is not recognizing few clinics which y'all do PCA, which y'all do swab tests and y'all bring the results. So I think you have to check with KKM which clinic do they approve. Do you have any list of clinics? No, haven't yet. Okay, so we will get those list of clinics which KKM recognize. So y'all make sure y'all check before y'all take your swab test in Singapore. Why do you need to take a swab test in Singapore? If you want 7 days quarantine in Malaysia, you take swab test in Singapore. In between 72 hours. If you are rich and you want to go more holidays in the hotel, you want to stay 10 days, then you don't need to do any swab test in Singapore. Okay, but as far as my working colleague just informed me, not all clinics in Singapore has been recognized by KKM. So you guys have problem there. Okay, then anything else that I need to update on Singapore issues? Yesterday there was very high, day before yesterday, death cases. Day before yesterday we had very high volume of death cases coming in. I'm not sure why suddenly we have very high, and we managed to settle whatever that we can settle. Okay, that's about for that. But daily commuting, we have to wait and see what whether there's two things. Daily commuting arrangement, there's two things. First thing is either our COVID quantity reduces, because I think Johor Bahru is having what, 500 more than 500. Johor Bahru is having more than 500. So you don't expect Singapore to go and open the border and say, everyone please come in, you know. So either the quantity of COVID cases in Johor reduces and overall of Malaysia reduces, or they have effective vaccine which is trusted by both countries. If the vaccine really works, then I think then it's good if the vaccine really works. Because there's few issues, I think, in the vaccine issues. You have to poke 2 times or something I was reading. Okay, so that's about it.
Quarantine in Malaysia, parents, siblings and husband, wife can stay in one room, 2 person in it.
Okay, quarantine in hotels. As you all know, husband, wife, you all can stay in the same room. Siblings can stay in same room. Same family if you all are from one family, close related family, then you all can be in one room. Not all of you all, 2 people can be in one room. Okay, I think that we have known that. Okay, any questions about Singapore issues? Okay, how many days quarantine in Singapore under PCA, sir? That you have to ask Singapore government, because as far as I know, it's 14 days. Singapore is still 14 days. Singapore, I think they won't reduce that They won't reduce that. Okay, I'm finishing here. The next one is I have started grocery item collection to be distributed to the flood victims in Pahang. I hope if you go and look at my previous video which I've just uploaded, we need a lot of food to give hunger people. So please guys, we are all going through this COVID pandemic. We are all struggling, but at least we do have a place to stay and eat, at least to be happy with our family. But those people who have been affected by the flood, I think they are going through a lot of trauma, and we don't want to keep them in hunger. So we are trying our best to collect grocery items like rice, sardine, tuna, mee, Maggi, those kind of rempah and everything. We are going to deliver all these goods next week, Wednesday on the 13th. So with kind-heartedly, please, I would like everyone who is watching my video to please kindly donate items that can be brought to places like Temerloh and Mentakap and so many other places. We are also planning to go there to open camp and to cook for the people and give, because their house are all still inside water. Okay, their house is masih tenggelam di dalam air, people say. Okay, their houses are all still submerged in water. So what is the point we give them rice when they can't even cook because their house still is flooded? So what we have planned is we are going to go and arrange some place for us to cook and to give food to people over there. So we need everyone's contribution. If you all want to give items, we will be very much appreciated. If you all can't give any items, then I think at least please try to donate some amount. Even I think a bag of rice is like only 26 ringgit. 26 ringgit, I think, I mean, while buying for your families, I think you all can just buy one and just pass it. There's a lot of address been given. I've got people all over the states to collect all these items. So please do contribute as much as you can. Okay? And people who wants to contribute fund, you can contribute into Perma's account. I think you can get the account details very easy. Okay? Thank you guys. Stay safe. Pretty soon we will see what we can do more on Singapore issues. Thank you.